and it's been one of those games so far for Njai. But he's getting the ball to feet. If he wasn't getting the ball to feet, we'd worry. If you keep giving that boy the ball to his feet, he's going to make magic happen at some point.
Carl, for now, thank you. Carl Asaba with us on BBC Radio Sheffield, live at Wembley. Another reminder that praise or grumble to follow the conclusion of this game. We will open up the phone lines. Doesn't matter if you support one of the other clubs in action at 3 o'clock today. We want to hear from you. 0800 111 49 49. Give us a call. Give us your reaction to all of the football that is happening today. We'll try and get reaction as well from the Sheffield United camp as soon as we can on the full-time whistle, and we will get reaction from the other games that we don't get at half-time here. But we are going to get some reaction now. Half-time at Wembley. It is Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0. Earlier, heartache for Rotherham United, losing right to the death against Bristol City by 2-1. Let's hear from the Rotherham United boss, Matt Taylor, who's been speaking to Tom Bilcliffe.
Well, Matt, a 2-1 defeat here against Bristol City. Just how hard to take is that?
A cruel blow at the end, especially on the back of that second half performance. I didn't like his first half. I thought we were off the pace in too many areas. The only blessing in that first half really was that it was only 1-0. Despite our performance levels, it gave us the opportunity to change it in the second half, and we certainly did that, and we're much improved. We're just brighter with our overall movements, our use of the ball, and generally with a better team in that second half. But sometimes goals go against you. It just hurts more when it's so late.
I was just about to say, does that make it even worse? It kind of compounds it because you had hauled yourself back into the game, and deservedly so.
Yeah, we worked so hard to get ourselves back in the game, get ourselves back level. A couple of opportunities to possibly go ahead. And then I think it's a clearance from the corner down the right-hand side of our pitch. We didn't quite cover that space well enough. And then a little bit of, not even poor defensive moment. It's an incredible header from Woody. Unfortunately, just goes straight up in the air, and Woody and Cohen kind of collide, and then a rebound off Victor. So a little bit of luck was against us in that last moment of the game. But like I say, a game of 2 hours from ourselves. We can't afford to start like we did.
It felt like you lacked a bit of luck in both boxes. Would that be fair?
Well, a bit of luck at the end. Victor's not been overworked.
No, exactly.
But in terms of probably quality in the opposition box, we felt we should have had another penalty on the foul on Georgie. But apart from Shane's shot against the post, even our attacking moments didn't quite come to the fruition you want in those. We had the ball in good areas of the pitch, a bit more confidence and belief. Like I say, we chased the game from half-time onwards, but we chased it pretty well. And that probably suited the way we went about that second half business, and there's some freshness off the bench as well. I was really pleased with. It hurts right now because obviously we've taken nothing from the game, and the pressure will continue to build towards whatever's next, and I've not seen the fixtures elsewhere. We have to approach it like we did in the second half.
The introduction of Rathbone really did seem to inject fresh legs, a breath of fresh air into just about everything, really. And Bristol struggled to handle him.
Yeah, but all the subs made a difference. We made 5 and we made them relatively early. We felt that, as much as we had some ball in the first half, we closed our own space too often and forced too many poor moments, and that was a real frustration for myself at half-time. But the overriding factor was I just felt we were a little bit off the pace in the first half. Second half, we were able to affect much more facets of the game, including the attacking aspect. And sometimes Dominguez and Tariq and Ollie at times ran through the middle of the opposition and looked dangerous, and Cheer was getting more joy. We looked like a good team in the second half. Like I say, that just makes it hurt a little bit more from what happened at the end.
So Rotherham United beaten at Bristol City today by 2-1 in the Championship. Just to fill you in on the picture at the bottom of the Championship, Reading and Blackpool and Wigan still the bottom 3. Reading on 43 points, Blackpool 41 and Wigan on 40. Rotherham are on 46 points, so they're still 3 points clear of safety with a game in hand. So if they were to beat Cardiff next Thursday, they would have a 6-point gap over Reading, with 2 games to play, and the goal difference would be vastly superior. Really, it kind of comes down to next Thursday, and it's a real shame that Rotherham couldn't have won today to put themselves virtually safe anyway, with Reading only having 2 games to go. But Rotherham still in a good position there, 3 points clear of the bottom 3 with a game in hand, and a real chance to put themselves safe. Let's head into League One. It was a dramatic day there. Sheffield Wednesday had to come from behind to beat Exeter. Barnsley, not as much of a worry for them. A couple of goals from Slobodan Tedic enabled the Reds to get a fairly comfortable win against Oxford. Let's hear from their manager, Michael Duff, who's been speaking to Matt Goodwin.
Michael, 2-0 victory against Oxford United today. What would you make of your side's display?
I thought we were professional. Moments we could have been a little bit better, but we're not just going to blast every team out the water in the first 20 minutes, and that's almost become the expectancy. Maybe with the supporters a little bit. It's hard to win a game of football. We were a little bit sloppy at times, but they need to be patient. We might have to go to the 89th minute to win again. So, and we scored at a good time, and in the second half, I thought we dominated the second half. A couple of moments at the end, but the game's dead at that point. But moved it cleanly, moved them around, got our patterns going. They protected the middle of the pitch, and we just tried to play through too much rather than just going outside them. But there was lots of good football today, and 2-0, another clean sheet, another win. A professional performance. It's a good feeling.
Kind of pinched my second question in terms of that expectancy. That was a key word. It just seemed fairly present across the ground today, and even Martin Devaney had a bit of a 1,000-yard stare at a couple of the dissenting voices behind the dugout in the first half.
Well, I understand the frustration, but there's got to be a reality within it. We're not Man City, but we've been really good, and the supporters have been really good as well. But today again, it felt a little bit flat at times, and with this group of players are breaking records left, right, and centre. So it's don't take it for granted. And this is not just the supporters, anybody associated with the football club. Don't take it for granted that we're winning games. We didn't win many games last year at all. I know it's a different league, I get that, but they've got some good players. And you look at the players that they're bringing off the bench there. I don't know whether it's true or not, but I think they changed their team because they went with more experience and more legs, probably based on what we've got and what we offer. So it's. Just before we score, I think someone had a heavy touch and it went out of play, and you can see a few people throwing their arms. I'm just relax, cool your jets, stick to the process. Which we told the players, just stick to the process of what makes us a good team. We managed to just nick a goal, got in at half time, reset a couple of things, and I thought it was relatively comfortable.
Michael Duff there, the Barnsley boss, BBC Radio Sheffield, second half commentary of the FA Cup semi-final on the way. But first we're going to hear a bit from Danny Schofield, his Doncaster Rovers team, beaten today by Newport. After the game he spoke to Peter Slater.
And what did you make of it all, Danny?
Yeah, look, it's difficult in a difficult moment. Obviously with the results not going the way we want them to, I felt there were lots of positives going in at half-time. Obviously leading the game. And then the goals we conceded were really poor. 2 long throw-ins into the box and a goal where we were in possession of the ball, we give it away and suffer a counter-attack. It seems to be the story of the season, really. Some of the goals we concede are not acceptable.
The thing is, you all know what Mickey Demetriou can do with those long throws. He's been doing it for years.
Yeah, no, exactly. We knew the threats. We knew this were a major threat, which Newport posed to us, and we didn't have the capabilities to deal with that moment.
If I said it looked a little bit like men against boys, and I'm meaning that physically because they're a much stronger physical side than maybe yours are.
Yeah, I think I've said that before as well. These moments, these direct plays. I felt the first half we dealt with the direct play really well, won the first and got on the second balls. But the set plays and the long throws are a massive part of football, and we're falling short, down to what you said, the physical component of it.
Do you want the end of the season to come as quickly as possible?
No, look, it's been a tough period for us all. We've got to continue working. We've got to move forward quickly now into Colchester and put on a performance which the supporters can be proud of, that the players are giving everything, which they are. We're just falling short in key moments.
And how about you as an individual? Because the atmosphere was a little bit toxic towards the end. I mean, I suppose it comes with the territory, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not ideal, and it's not what you want to feel as an head coach. I know, like you said, that's part and parcel of this role. If you're not winning football games, it's what's going to come. It's down to me to try and rally the players for these last 2 games and really fight for the shirt they're wearing, and restore a bit of pride and positivity to our performances and hopefully results.
And are you beginning to see positive signs down the line of the things that, because I'm sure the supporters will want to know this, that there are signs for the future that things can improve?
Yeah, look, I've said before, internally and where the club's wanting to go and achieve a vision, it is really positive. I've no doubts that the club are going to move forward in the right direction, and that's something the supporters can hold on to, even though I know it's very difficult times at the moment.
Because you've had the guarantee of investment for next season.
Yeah, Terry's come out in the statement and said he's going to support the club in a financial way, which is fantastic, and it can only help in terms of recruitment, in terms of strengthening the squad for next season and moving forward with a positive mindset.
BBC Radio Sheffield.
We have finally arrived, and what a journey it's been.
They fought tooth and nail. It was passionate.
What a performance! What a game!
the only place to follow your team live.
Ferguson edge of the box!
Yes, you beat it!
Pride, passion, togetherness.
Weaving is wearing the penalty.
Yes! Wow!
We are amongst the best 5 footballing clubs in that league.
Every kick
Fires with the head down and in!
of every game.
It's an opportunity for Kitchen to finish it. He has. Barnsley mean business.
Shot will go across on the edge of the box, and there's the full-time whistle. Sheffield United are heading back to Wembley.
Number 1 for football across South Yorkshire and North Derbyshire.
Had to stop clapping at end because my hands were hurting that much.
BBC Radio Sheffield.
We're live at Wembley for the FA Cup semi-final. The half-time score is Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0. Here come the two teams for the second half. United led out by their captain, John Egan. Just having a look down pitch side, can't see any changes for the Blades at the break. And we are awaiting the arrival of Manchester City as well, who lead in this game thanks to a penalty 3 minutes before half-time from Riyad Mahrez, which was expertly taken by the City midfielder. There was nothing that Wes Foderingham could do to keep that one out right into the bottom corner. Sheffield United had a chance very early in the first half through Iliman and Jai, and that may just give them a little bit of hope that maybe they can create another one and this time take it and cause a shock